Yes, if I confirm, it's your boy Foxy P in the building. I like your boy. The chopper of them on the fryer plantain. Yes, 1995, 1999 Gidigbo champion. First Igbo governor of Lagos State. But once yes, can I say yes, we fit. Yes, what I confirm.
Edema, Oluwa Odara, 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 Odara. If your choir master does not wipe their hand to clap doing praise and worship, is a sinner, and you put it to shame. Confirm. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to another episode of Africa Today Show with your top Foxy P in the building. Holla at your boy Chopper of Yam on the frying of plantain. Olympic is going on. First of all, I want to point out something. We have no notes today. Get away. No notes today. We're gonna come off the top of the brain because I need to talk to you about some deep thing. Some things are happening now based on the fact that my orientation has changed. This Black Lives Matter thing has made it so when somebody says something, I'm looking at it like, Day, where are you coming from with this? I'll break it down to you. Well, I was watching the introduction, that march past for Olympic of all the countries. First of all, Brazil did something that was amazing. They were doing everything in Portuguese. Everything was spoken in Portuguese. So because of that, things were mixing up. A country that can be expecting their name to come first, all of a sudden their name is coming last. People that were last before, like United States of America, is supposed to come in U, but because it's in Portuguese, it's Estades de Status Unite. I don't know. Nobody gives a fuck. Whatever. You become E. So they were mentioning names. So I was now watching it with some keen interest. And I noticed some subtle kind of racism. You know, racism is not something that you just see and you can see that, you know what, this is racism. Because that kind of racism has passed. Where they be like, no black men allowed in this hall. Like, okay. No black women allowed to change pattern inside Victoria's Secret. You understand? That's clear. It's there. But now we see subtle racism. Every single African country that was presented, every single Caribbean country that was presented, outside of the big Caribbean countries that everybody knows, Jamaica, Trinidad, the big ones that people know, everyone else, it was explained in a way that the announcers believed that Americans would understand. But if you look at it, you look at the subtle undertones of racism. Think about the fact when they introduced Sierra Leone. It says Sierra Leone is a country in West Africa and they no longer have Ebola. The fuck does Ebola have to do with anything? You have cities here in America here that are 1 out of 9. Washington DC, where we live here, 1 out of 9 people have HIV. When US came out, did they introduce them like that? No, they did not. You have Djibouti, the country that they introduced, and the first thing they said was Djibouti, an African country, also has a big American army base. Everything was explained. It was almost like that colonial mentality where they're explaining things based on the fact that this is what these people are doing for us, or this is the context in which we see these people. That thing was deep. Because we're living here in America where everything they talk about is all like, oh, freedom, everybody's equality, you know, wherever you're from, you know, once you just cross, you know, that Statue of Liberty, once you hit like Ellis Island, you're free. But you come to find out that some of these countries are the ones that are the most racist. I put up something on Snapchat today now, where the same parking lot where I work at, so my job is beside this parking lot, that's where we park our cars and everything else. I park my car. As I'm about to leave my car, another car just come and park beside me. The car full of 4 people. Can you believe me when I tell you that these people came out of their car? Me, I come out of my own car. As they're walking away, the guy is looking back. There's a black guy beside my car. This guy has gone far. Me, I'm still moving on. This guy now double all the way back to come and lock window that's this much open. And all the time he's looking at me like, And if you see the dead motor that we're talking about, we that were living outside of Africa, it's not by choice, it's by condition. If things were perfect back home, there's no reason why we'll be here, just be accepting all kinds of disrespect. People will see you speaking good English, you're talking your own thing, they'll be like, Wow, I'm so surprised you speak so well. How long you been in this country? 12 years? I can't even detect an accent. Or they'll be like, I was talking to somebody recently and I was like, yeah, he just seems very exuberant. They're like, exuberant? That's a big word. Wow. And you're not even from here. You know, I wish I could, walk up to your English teacher and shake their hand. English teacher for where? We speak English back in Nigeria. These are things that we deal with. These are things that we struggle with. Now let's get back to the Olympics. Let me get to where I'm going to, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I don't know whether you have followed the whole situation with the Nigerian Olympic team. Number one, we had the athletes that were complaining even before Olympics started. They're going for trials, there's no food, there's no support, there's nothing that's being done for them. Then, we had the uniform that somebody collected contract that was paid but was not delivered on time. So that's why out of everybody else that did the parade for the Olympics, Nigerian Olympians were the only ones who showed up wearing tracksuits. And then for me, I was not like, okay, I know Nigeria. All these short put people, they can play with you. Long distance running, they can play with you. 100 meters, 500 meters, they can play with you. But football, they cannot play with you. But I was proved wrong. Come to find out that our football team, the Nigerian soccer team, was stuck in Atlanta because nobody had paid Delta Airlines the money to fly them to Brazil. Delta Airlines now had to use their own good mind to say, you know what? We're going to fly you guys. We know you're probably good for it. These guys now arrived in Brazil just hours before their first game, of which they still won out in 5-4. So, Kopro Nahaka Biko. They did so good. Our Flying Eagles did so good. They did amazing. But the fact is this. You're dealing with a country that does not care about the Olympians. Now, Olympic can just be something that play. People look at it, oh, it happens only every 4 years, whatever. Let me break it down to you. If you want to understand things about a country, all you have to do, or a nation, or a people, whether it's a village, a town, a group of agricultural festival people, all you have to do is look to see three things. Look at how they treat the less fortunate. That's the poor. Look at how they treat their widows. And look at how they treat their heroes. Those three things will show you what kind of society it is. Look at how they treat the poor. That's why in America, you'll be seeing things where they have welfare, EBT cards, stuff like that. Look at how they treat the widows, which is why, if you think about it historically, white women who are unmarried or lost their husbands or whatever, after World War II, that was why they set up the whole welfare system where you can go get help from the government. Look at how they treat their heroes. Think about veterans when you come back from war. Everybody's supposed to drop everything they're doing and just serve you and make sure you come back in good health, GI Bill, whatever you need. So look at Nigeria now. Let's break those three things down. Look how you treat your poor. How do you treat your poor? Where kerosene is now more expensive than petrol. How do you treat the widows? There's nothing that's being done for them. Nothing that's being done for the downtrodden. Now how do you treat your heroes? Heroes, I'm going to split into two. I'm going to talk about, first of all those people that went to go and fight Boko Haram. What's happening to them? You've seen on news. My husband died out of this whole fighting thing. He was a corporal in the army. He went to go and fight. They shot him and they killed him. The first 6 months, army was helping me. Now they're not helping me no more. It's constant. Then the second side of heroes. A hero is not just somebody that goes to go and fight war and almost dies. It's not just an actor that you see inside film that kill the boss. No. A hero is also somebody who goes and overcomes insurmountable odds. That's why people pay so much attention to the Olympics. Because that's where you see human beings overcome adversity. Somebody that's running a race is all the way in the back. It's only like 15 meters left, but he says to himself, you know what? Aboko Ata. It's not going to happen today. And then they now speed up and they now catch up and they now pass. These are things that we watch and it inspires us. That's the reason why countries spend so much money to send everybody in. Hitler was on the verge of Second World War and he still made sure that they hosted Olympics. So that way his people can shine. So that way it can be shown. It can be like, look, we are great. You are looking at a sportsman. If you look at sports people and look at football players, basketball players and say, your life is just inter-house sports every day. Your life is just a public holiday. Every single day you're on vacation. But that's not true. You can look at them like they're playing a game, they're playing a sport. That's what they do for a living. But it's like when you can look at them and say, look at this guy. I know people who are athletes, I know boxers who have not eaten meat in 3 years. Why? Because they're on a vegetarian diet. They believe that that vegan diet, that vegetarian diet allows them to accomplish more. You have people that they've not drank alcohol. Mayweather, this Floyd Mayweather everybody's always playing about, that guy has not sipped alcohol, he's never smoked a cigarette his entire life. People that have dedicated themselves to their craft. So when we look at them not based on the fact that, oh, what you're doing is easy. It's like, look, something that everybody can go and swim. Most people have swum. Most people have run. You've run before. You've you've carried race. You pick race. But for somebody can be out there and be like, I'm the fastest man in the world. Usain Bolt. He's telling all the 1,600 billion people in the world that he himself is the fastest among you guys. And nobody can come and say, no, that's not true. My cousin, they came in from, I can run. No, you can't. Because that man is the fastest. So that's why we respect them. So they are heroes. So you look at a culture and look at a community and say, how do you treat your heroes? The way Nigeria is treating her heroes right now is indicative of the kind of government we have. A government that does not care about you. A government that's very self-serving. I want to throw something at you guys real quick. Did you guys notice how when Northern Nigeria lost power, all of a sudden, boom, 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 Boko Haram came up? Because think about it all. Yar'Adua was in power. He now died. Jonathan came in. As soon as Jonathan came in like this, boom, Boko Haram bombing everything, going crazy. Now Northern Nigeria is back in power. But you're hearing about the Niger Delta Avengers bombing all kinds of things. As much as they tell you that politicians are not behind this thing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, open your eye. God gave you 2 eyes. If you don't want to use your eye, use your ear. Politicians are behind all of the misfortunes we have back home. Every single thing. I be dying sometimes when I'm looking at it. I'm like, why is EFCC chasing after somebody that sold fake jam form? Why are they trying to pursue this small local government chairman? When you have people that were assigned oil block, of which, to me, I look at it like, look, if a past government that came in illegally, maybe a military government that came in by cooing an elected government, comes into play, and then they give somebody an oil block, and 30 years down the road, we can look back and be like, look, this guy has no reason. This woman, that Falawiyo woman, I keep talking about this thing from beginning to end, that woman has no right to own an oil block. Theophilus Danjuma has no right to own an oil block. All you were was a general in the army. Why are you now sitting on top of an oil block that's generating almost 100 billion naira every single year? How is it happening that nobody's coming and be like, yo, Father, God bless you. This thing that you've had it for almost 30 years. You've tried, God bless. But this thing belongs to the government. Why are our natural resources that are not infinite, why are they at the beck and call of people? Why are people sitting on top of these things? It bothers me to no end. It confuses me so much, and every time I won't even lie. One of the reasons I haven't done any Africa Today show recently is because I have unpopular beliefs. I have unpopular things that I want to say to the people. Nigeria right now is witnessing some of the worst times in my own lifetime. As an adult, where I can look over and be like, yo, what in the hell is going on? Dollar is exchanging for almost 400 naira a dollar. Petrol is crazy expensive. Foodstuff, crazy expensive. No electricity. These are things that we've seen. I mean, it almost scattered my head when I found out that, I told you guys this before, 2011 I was pushing real hard to go back to Nigeria as an electrical engineer to go help out with the whole electricity situation. Come to find out that the one mentor I had, the one guy who was telling me like, yo, come through, let's do this thing. He just got forced out. The head of Nigerian bulk energy trading, Ruman Duka Wonodu, he just got forced out. Basically, they were like, look, my guy, this work that you're doing, we didn't tell you before, but it was a 4-year job and now you're in your 5th year, so now we're pursuing and putting your Hausa man in there. No disrespect to the Hausa people, but let's keep it real. There's nobody else that's right now in Nigerian sample as qualified as this guy to do this job. This is somebody who, when he was in America, that's what he did. He was doing bulk power trading. Here in America, you can sell power wholesale. where a generating plant will sell the power, a distribution plant will buy it from them, and you cannot distribute it as a utility. That's what this guy wants to do. He goes to Nigeria, sets this whole infrastructure up. By the time the thing is about to make sense, they fire him. But ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something that's so beautiful, something that's so amazing. We are young. And I say that with all gladness, all happiness. We are young. What is the most beautiful thing about being young? You have your youth, you have your vibrance. The exuberance is in us. We can accomplish all things. These old men, they're holding on to things that they don't have anymore. They say you invite the old to counsel and the youth to war. The reason why you invite the old to counsel is that's maybe they're coming up for their experience, but that's all they have, words. Why do you invite the youth to war? Because we're the ones that have that energy, that power is there. Your boy has been gymming. Prepare yourselves. I'm not saying we're going to fight anything. Prepare yourself mentally. Prepare yourself physically. Anything you need to, whether you need to start working out, whether you need to start eating less, maybe you have to start drinking less. I had to pretty much figure out a way. I had to stop drinking so much NSC. Because I'm telling you, NSC is not sponsoring me. I don't want people that are sponsoring me, but for some reason, boys are done NSC at a rate that if NSC was pregnanting men, I would have born like 16 children by now. Work on your mindset. Make yourself strong. You need to read. You need to pray. You need to fast. Whatever you need to do it now. Because the African young people are about to take over. And when this thing will happen, it'll be like this. We forget a lot of things. The people that we consider to be the leaders of Africa, the ones who paved the way, that fought for independence, they were all young people. When Gowon took over power, he was not even 30. The first Nigerian coup, the coup plotters, average age was 31, 32. Look across the board. Every single person, every single person you can call. Gaddafi, when Gaddafi died, Gaddafi was in his 60s. But Gaddafi had been in power for 40 years. So what does that tell you his age was when he got into power? Look at every single person. Go back in time and study it. Look at Jerry Rawlings of Ghana. The guy just handed over power, maybe 8 years ago. Barely in his 50s. But he collected power in the 80s. How old was he then? In his 20s. You have to think about these things and know that you can use that thing to strong your own chest and know that your time is going to come, but you have to prepare yourself. Because when that time will come, there won't be any time for preparation no more. Opportunity comes but once. When it comes, you have to strike. And it's going to come. We're seeing things. They're giving us little. There was this one guy, I think Anambra State or Enugu State in Nigeria, who was appointed a commissioner at 30 years old. Beautiful. But what's going to happen is that the rate at which these people are going to die based on the evil that they've done is going to be so rapid. Jazz they work only till Jazzman die. When the Jazzman want like this, at least you go see like 20 Nigerian politicians go die in the space of a week. The way this thing is going to clear out, it's going to be so heavy. You'll be like, damn, there's no PDP, there's no APC. Who's going to fill the void? It's you and I. So ginger yourself, ginger your spirit, ginger your soul. Get ready. It's going to be a beautiful thing. Appreciate you guys so much for planning the African Princess of Comedy show. It's coming up September 17th, right there in Hollywood. We've pulled all our resources together. It might be the last comedy show that I put on. But I say, you know what, fuck it. We're just going to go as hard as possible. So put down in one pocket. We're also going to Minnesota. It's going to be absolutely amazing. September the 9th. Beautiful show. It's going to be lit. Ladies and gentlemen, as I always talk whenever I end this show. Anything when you die, unfortunately, when in doubts. STB.